Guys, welcome to Uni Technology. My name is Navjot Singh Jadeja, and in today's video, we are going to continue where we left in the earlier video, where we have installed Python in our system, and now I'll be installing one of the IDEs which I need, which is a code editor for my programming. So Python can be programmed using a lot of IDEs, a lot of code editors, and if you don't want to do that, we have installed Python and we can go by the command line arguments as well. But I would suggest you go by the code editor, because code editor provides you a lot of flexibility, functionality, and it makes code writing more efficient. So we will be going with PyCharm. It is one of the most used, most preferred code editors for Python. So you can get this from JetBrains.pycharm, which you can see it in here. So once you open that, you have to go to download. Once you click on that, you will be able to download the PyCharm. There are certain things which you need to understand about PyCharm, is that Python IDE for professional developer, which is PyCharm, comes with two versions. One is the community version, which is, you can say, as in the free version, whereas the other version is a professional version. So professional version comes with a lot of functionalities as usual. It comes with a lot of support, but you will have to pay with it. And what we will be going through is the community version, where we'll be going by the freeware. So when you click on this download, you will have a window where the download starts, and you will be able to download the thing. I already have a downloaded version in my Windows. So if you're using this in Windows, it is a simple installer which begins, and you press next, and then it begins. And if you are installing it in Mac, then there are certain configuration changes. You will have to accept those, and then it will get done. So this is how it will be installed into your system. Now let us understand how PyCharm works and see what it offers. Alright, so you can see this is the PyCharm where you can code. This is a code editor, and it has functionalities of a very good IDE. So we'll begin with the basic thing. You have to go to File, New Project. So this is where a new project will be set up. So let's say this is my first Python project. Right. So I select this, and you have to make sure that it is using the virtual environment in here, and it shows the base interpreter as in the Python. So that is it. You create this, and it will, because I already had an open window in here, so it is a new window which I want to open. So it is setting up the virtual environment. Please make sure if you are having any issues related to that, you watch my installation video again for Python. But it should not be an issue. It's a very simple process. There is no environment setup required now, since Python comes with a very good automatic setup for those. This is what we are using as Python 3.8. So by the time you're watching this video and if there is a new version, do not worry. The process still remains the same, and the basic setup also will remain the same. It is taking a while because I had a lot of programs running in here, and it's creating a new virtual environment for the program. It should not take this long, but as I said, because of the lot of programs in here, it was done. So as you can see, this is a new project which is set up for me. So I will see my project in here. You can see the path of where the project is set up. And let's start with the first program, a basic program which we do. So you have to right click on the project, and then when you right click on it, you'll be able to see a window where a new file, a Python file we are setting up. So I'm giving the name as in hello edtech family, right? So hello edtech, I want to have a Python file, so I will save it as Python file and enter. So this is where the editor comes. Now the simplicity or the best part of the Python is that we are reduced with the part of the programming. Even in the earlier videos I have mentioned, Python is for somebody who wants to spend their time in logic rather than the other part of the programming where you're managing the files, you're handling a lot of other resources. That's not required. Environment setup and environment working is handled by Python very well. So here I write print and do the codes. So this is what a printf in C would look like, but here it is very simple. It is print, and in that you can use the double quotes or the single quotes. I'm using single and I'm writing hello ED Technology family. So this is my first program. So I'm writing hello world. I'm calling you guys as in my family of people who are watching. Now here in the top menu you can see run option. You can use the shortcut also, or the shift F10 if you're comfortable with the shortcuts, or else you can go with this. So when I press run, it will ask me to run the program. So hello EDTech, I want to run. And this is the simplest way of writing the first program, hello world, in the Python using the PyCharm. We have seen the basic program in the code editor also, but the PyCharm comes with a lot of functionalities. As you can see here, you can see a set of project which you can minimize if you want to hide, and again if you want to see those programs within the same project, you can manage. The Python, as I said, reduces the overload on the programmers also, so it makes the programming very easy. And if I want to use certain things as in the values or other things, I can use this as a very simple statement to print something onto the screen. So this is a very basic program which we have done in the Python. Now what we'll be seeing is how to use different variables and create a simple program. Right, before we start on the variable, I wanted to show you something related to the Python. We have seen how to print hello ED Technology family. It's a string which we are printing. So let's extend this program to something interesting. So I'm using the print and I'm trying to draw something of an shape. So let's say I would want to draw a dog. So okay, this is what I've got. And again I'm using one more print statement, quotations, and dog has the 4 legs. So I think this is what it would look like. Let me give it a space so it looks more appropriate, and we'll go here and run the program. And as you can see it in here, you have a dog which appears onto the screen along with the first print statement, which is ED Technology family. So if you understand, Python uses interpreter. So in computer science terms, it runs the code line by line. There's another way also, which if you learn C programming, it is a compiler where the whole program is executed and then the output comes. Whereas in the Python, it executes line by line, each line, and then it gives the output onto the output screen. Now extending this to an extent, let's say if I have a print and I have a string which is star, and again as I said, it's a line by line code. So again when I run, if you can see the updated output in here, it is having a star. But the same thing, now I want to explain you what exactly an expression is, because we start with a variable. It is very important you understand what expressions are. So when I write this, anything inside the double quote or a single quote, it turns out to be string. String is something what it displays onto the output screen as it is, the way it is. But now changing it, giving a space here and putting the star in here, and let's say I am giving a number 5. Today is the 5th month of the year, so I've chosen the 5. And if I run this code now, let us see what the output is. And as you can see now, this turns out as in an expression. This turns out as in the multiplication. So in the programming, when you're using star, it is for the multiplication. So here, whatever string which you are given is multiplied by 5 times and is shown onto the output screen. So what you can do is you can use such expression to create multiple types of program. You can create a shape of a patterns, which is a very common program in the programming, or you can create another shapes, or you can create a dog like structure which I've created, and you can create multiple iterations of the same. Or I will give you a task, try to create a pattern of pyramid by using the same. So pause your program in here, try to go back and see if you can create a Python program to create a pattern of stars. Right, welcome back, and let's see how we can create a pyramid using the print statement. So before going or before diving into the concepts of Python programming with the variables, with the loops and other thing, let us use the simple print statement to create a pyramid. So I need the star pattern in here, so I am using this print in here. So again there will be one more print, and because now I want my pyramid to extend to 2, so here I will use 2, and similarly let us use the pattern with star and 3, print again with star and 4. So let us see how the output would look like. If you can see or observe, so here a pyramid pattern is created. Yes, you can modify this also, like putting a space in here, right? 2 spaces, 1 space I think, and when we give a space in here, let's see how it looks like. So the pattern changes. In here also you can give some space between each star, and this is how the pattern will look like. So this is again a very naive way of creating a pattern. We are not diving into the variable loops or the structure of the programming, but this is the way you can create different simple programs using the PyCharm. In the further videos we will see how we can go ahead with the different components of the programming.